You know, the news reports say that AI is either going to make our lives perfect or it will kill us. Now we know what people are actually using it for. Also, what kind of paychecks still arrive on a regular basis for the stars of the TV show Friends? It is pretty remarkable. And what one little change to speed limit signs could get people to actually slow down. We're going to get to all that, but first, your Mindbender for today. 1 in 7 married men say they can't remember the last time they did this at their house. Think about that, and I'll come back with a clue here in just a bit. You know, each day we're confronted with stories that either A, tout how much AI will help us, or B, warn that it will be the death of us. Take your pick, I suppose. But what are we actually using it for? They did a poll, and they found that the top choice was summarizing long written content. If you just don't have time to read something, I guess. Number 2, though, kind of made me laugh. Almost 1 in 5 people are using AI to find recipes from limited ingredients. So I suppose you just go through your pantry, pick out what you've got, and then the robot will tell you what to make. It's kind of funny, but it's practical, which I guess is what we want out of our digital assistants. And in third place was diagnosing a medical situation. Doctors must be shaking their heads. They've already had a hard enough time getting people to stop using WebMD to diagnose their issues. Now the robots are having a go at it. I did enjoy the fact that 6% use AI to tone down an angry email. I guess you could consider it a digital version of counting to 10. Hey, we've often wondered how the characters on the TV show Friends could afford to live in those wonderful apartments in Greenwich Village. Well, if they couldn't then, they sure could now. Believe it or not, the show has been off the air for more than 20 years. Does that blow your mind? But it clearly lives on in syndication, and the stars of the show, they're quite happy about that. The Friends, including the estate of Matthew Perry, get residual checks. You want to know how much? Lisa Kudrow revealed that they each pull in $20 million per year. So Joey doesn't have to share his food anymore. He can afford to buy dinner for everyone. And Phoebe can finally pay someone to bathe that smelly cat. All right, here's your clue for the Mindbender. 1 in 7 married men say they can't remember the last time they did this at their house. Well, let's look at it this way. At least they never argue about the over-under rule. Does that help? I'll have your answer in just a moment. People in some areas are fed up with drivers who speed well over the posted limits. Well, how do you get people to slow down? Along one road in Wisconsin, they're trying something a little different. They've added a decimal point to the speed limit signs. Officials changed it to read 17.3. They claim it has already generated a positive reaction. No, they're not going to be enforcing it down to the 10th, but they do have a good point when they say it makes you pause and it makes you look twice. And more importantly, they claim it, quote, breaks that autopilot feeling we can all fall into when driving familiar routes. And isn't that so true? I think we've all arrived somewhere and had almost no recollection of the drive itself. We just kind of get into a zone. There's a precedent for this too. A shopping center in Colorado Springs has a posted speed limit of 8.2 miles per hour. And in Nashville, there's a road where the speed limit is not 25, it's 24. I think adjusting the signs is a good idea, or we could all just convert to self-driving cars. Okay, here comes your answer for today's Mindbender. What can these guys not remember doing? Changing the toilet paper roll. Historians believe it may have last happened during the Obama administration. Hey, look, without even seeing them, I can feel millions of married women nodding and scowling. That'll wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for being part of the Mindbender Club. Be sure to subscribe. Share this with your friends. Your friends. I'm Dom Testa. Your real friends.